It's November 3rd, and the Wolfpack is playing basketball. It's State and Lynn University here at PNC Arena, the first of two preseason games for the Wolfpack. I'm Gary Hahn alongside Tony Haynes, our producer engineer. Bob, get road court advantage in a new Ford at your Carolina Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Wolfpack basketball. It is time for the Carolina Ford keys to the game. And Tony, kind of unique. We don't know a lot about the opponent. There are a lot of things we don't know about the Wolfpack. So I say the biggest key to the game for the Pack tonight, execute what you've been working on.
Oh, it's a big mystery here tonight, Gary, that's for sure. It's the first of two dress rehearsals, and I find it interesting, Gary, that this year Mark Gottfried chose to go with the two public exhibition games. Remember, the previous couple of years by NCAA rules, you could play one exhibition game and then one private scrimmage.
Yeah,
where there are no
fans. Attend the private scrimmage.
That's right. And so in this case, he decided to go with the two public exhibition games because he's got so many new guys. So think about the players who are really making their PNC Arena debut tonight. So first and foremost, he wants these players to kind of soak up the PNC Arena atmosphere, get a feel for what it's going to be like to play here this season. And, you know, and for the Pack to be a really good team this year and get back to the NCAA tournament, State has got to win at home. Last year, the Pack was 11-7 overall at home, 4-5 in ACC games at home. The Pack needs to make PNC Arena a feared place to come and play again. Obviously, it starts first and foremost with the personnel on the floor. So I think this is a big dress rehearsal. This one and Monday night for these guys to get their feet wet and just come in here and perform and try to relax a little bit playing in PNC Arena in front of fans, like you said with Coach, with the popcorn popping for the first time.
And this is a young NC State team, just one junior, two seniors among the top 10 players. You got 8 newcomers on the roster, a 6-man top 5 ranked recruiting class. I think when you got this many young guys out there, Tony, you just don't try to do too much.
Yep.
Just do your job, and it'll all come together.
I remember when Trevor Lacey came out here in his exhibition game debut a few years ago, and he couldn't make a shot because he was pressing. He was pushing it a little bit too much, and he had a great season that year. But that first exhibition game just shows you, if you haven't played basketball in a while, like Terry Henderson and like Torrin Doran, you might be a little nervous, even though it's an exhibition game, but that's why it's so important to play these couple of games, both tonight and on Monday. What I would love to see tonight is for NC State to lock down defensively, make Lynn University really uncomfortable. I mean, the Wolfpack is bigger, stronger, faster, has better players. I would really love NC State to be disruptive on the defensive end of the floor. Pressure the ball. This is a team, I think, with Terry Henderson, Torrin Doran, that can get out in the passing lanes a little bit more, create some easy offense with your defense. And if State becomes a better defensive team this year and rebounds on the back end and forces a few more turnovers and only forced 10 turnovers last year, but say you get that number up to 14, 15, I think this team will be so good in transition that they'll really be able to make that improved defense pay off. And I think it would be great to see that start here tonight.
Well, that's part of execute what you've been working on, because that has been a big emphasis here in the preseason, has been improving on the defensive end. So I'm anxious to see just how good NC State is defensively against Lynn University. Lynn has a few big guys. They've got Conde, who is projected as a starter at 6'9", 240. He's backed up by a young man from Nigeria at 6'10". And they've got another guy who's 6'9", 240 that they plan to start. So this is a fairly big team with some bulk to start out with. Don't know how quick they are, how fast they are, but it's going to be interesting to see. But one thing's for sure, somebody's going to have to guard Dennis Smith Jr., and I can't wait to see this young man play with the popcorn popping.
Well, there's going to be a lot of guys on this NC State team that you've got to do a good job guarding, because I would think this Wolfpack team, if everybody stays healthy by the end of the year, might be one of those teams that Mark Gottfried really likes, where you have 5 players averaging in double figures. And if they can get back to doing that, I think they'll have a terrific season. You know, the big thing here tonight for me offensively, you're not going to be in mid-season form, but Mark Gottfried will urge his team to just focus on executing the offense. Sometimes they tend to get out of it a little bit early in the season, but you want to create great habits. And it's never too early to start creating those great habits. And we've seen it over the years when Coach Godfrey's teams do a good job focusing on executing the offense, the plays, the actions that he's laid out in front of them. NC State usually gets good shots. It'd be encouraging for him tonight if the Pack gets off to a good start in that area.
Those are the Carolina Ford keys to the game. Coming up next, the starting lineups and the tip. But first, we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is State Basketball on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
WRAL-FM HD1 Raleigh.
The variety that makes you feel good.
We're just moments away from preseason game number 1 for the NC State Wolfpack. Lynn University is in the house. Up next, the starting lineups when we come back to PNC Arena. This is State Basketball on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
Wolfpack Nation, it's on. It's on all over Carter Finley, the field, and in the stands. It's on anywhere and everywhere, even in the classroom and the boardroom. And when you go wild for another Wolfpack first down, the whole nation knows it's on. With the Wolfpack, it's always game time. And when you're on the road to new heights and new wins, Delta will help you touch down. Delta Airlines, the official airline of NC State Athletics. Keep climbing.
McRib. Hello, you delicious sandwich.
Learn more about Raleigh Orthopedic Clinic, our services, and your treatment options at RaleighOrtho.com.
Wolfpack Basketball is brought to you by Harris Teeter, where Wolfpack fans shop for groceries. CPI Security, protection you can count on, conveniences you will love. And by Duke Energy, we're providing power for your life. The tip is moments away. This is NC State Basketball.
We're ready to go for PNC Arena Exhibition Basketball. NC State taking on Lynn University. My pleasure to bring in now the voice of the Wolfpack, Gary Hahn, who'll give you the starting lineups and kick this thing off. Gary?
Well, Tony, our stat monitor went out, so usually the starting lineups are on that.
Well, it didn't went out. It didn't go out because it was never working.
And so we're going to have to catch these guys as they come out onto the floor. Terrell Rogers has just been introduced.
And
he's a 5'9", 175-pound redshirt junior from Charlotte. He is a transfer from the University of Central Florida, where he started 30 games in 2014-15 and averaged 17.5 points, 4.7 assists, and shot 85% from the field. The other guard is 6'2" Jamal Palmer from Delray Beach, Florida. He's one of 3 returning starters on this Lynn University roster. He averaged 8.7 points, shot 44% a year ago, 2.6 rebounds, and 1 assist. They go with 3 guards for Coach Jeff Price, and the third guard will be a little guy, 5'9", 160-pound senior transfer, Marquand Botley, a transfer from Florida Atlantic, where he started 57 games in 3 seasons, averaged 11 points, and shot 79% from the free throw line. His freshman year, he was a Conference USA all-freshman team member And that year, he set Florida Atlantic's single-season assist-to-turnover record. One of the two big men is 6'9", 240-pound senior Vieux Condé from the Senegal. He is a Louisiana Lafayette transfer, but is one of three returners. He played 27 games last year with 5 starts, averaged 4.3 points and 4.8 rebounds. And the center is 6'9", 240-pound redshirt sophomore Kevin O'Brien from Miami, Florida. He is a transfer from Santa Fe College. It's his first year with the Knights, and he is a big guy at 6'9", 240 for the Wolfpack. Dennis Smith is the point guard. He's 6'3", 195. True freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Preseason ACC Rookie of the Year, the #1 point guard prospect in America. The other guard will be Torin Dorn, 6'6", 208, redshirt sophomore from Charlotte, UNC Charlotte transfer, one of the Pack's most improved players, had to sit out last year. Terry Henderson is at one forward, 6'4", redshirt senior from Raleigh, transferred from West Virginia, was hurt 7 minutes into the opener last year. Up front, you've got Malik Abu, 6'8", 240, a junior from Boston, a returning starter. The state's #1 rebounder, #2 scorer last year, 12.9 points, 8.8 rebounds. And Maverick Rowan started 31 games last year, was the Pack's #3 scorer. He's back at forward, 6'7", 220, a sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, 12.9 points, 3 rebounds. Those are the starting lineups. Bill Humes, Ray Stiles, and Tim Eversole are officials. Humes moves into the center circle. Jumping it up is Condé against Abu, and the Pack controls the tip. And we'll have the first possession of this basketball game, shooting at the goal to our left. Smith to the high post to Abu against the man-to-man. Lobs it down low for Henderson, who cut to the basket against the smaller defender. That smaller defender, 5'9", Terrell Rogers, who reached in, tried to hack the ball away, and commits the first foul of this game just about 11 seconds in. So the Pack will inbound, baseline right. Smith looking. He lobs inside for Abu, jams it. He threw it right up in front of the rim, and Malik stuffed it in, two-handed.
Came around a back screen, a perfect lob. Good way to start for NC State, executing on inbounds underneath.
2-0 State. Here's O'Brien, the big guy, handling it out front. Gives away to Palmer. He'll jack up a three from left of the circle. No good. And the rebound, Dennis Smith. Quick outlet to Dorn. Down the floor for a three-pointer in transition by Maverick Rowan. But as he caught the pass deep on the right side, he was actually standing on the sideline, but he had an open three, and that is a Wolfpack turnover. So here comes Lynn University, down 2-0. We played a little more than 30 seconds of the first half, and you can just tell the Pack really wants to get out and run. With the basketball, Marquand Botley. He's the point guard, gets a high screen from O'Brien, sends it left wing to Palmer. Palmer, one dribble, back to Botley. Botley driving down the lane, tries to shoot a pass to O'Brien in the corner, threw it away.
Well, you see NC State going with a smaller lineup. That means Torin Dorn is playing the 4 spot. He has to try to guard a post man down inside, and he did a really good job of getting around over the top and preventing a pass inside to the bigger man there.
Smith and Dorn are the guards for State. Here's Smith driving left wing, gets it to the three-point area for Henderson on the left side, puts it up, missed it. A jam back try by Dennis Smith. Check that by Torin Dorn. Does not go, but we've got a whistle and a foul, and the foul is on 6'9" senior Vieux Condé of Lynn University. So that is their second personal, and Torin Dorn will go to the foul line. Very versatile and athletic young man, sat out last year after transferring from UNC Charlotte. He was the Conference USA Rookie of the Year as a freshman.
Now keep in mind, you talk about his versatility. He is technically starting this game at the 4 spot. Dennis Smith is the point guard, Terry Henderson at the 2, Maverick Rowan at the 3. So Torin Dorn, and it shows up on the defensive responsibility where he's guarding a bigger man in the post at the 4.
Dorn made the first free throw, second one spins out, and the rebound is off the hands, it looked like, of Condé, but apparently a tip from behind. And so Lynn University will get the ball on this possession as the Pack tips it out of bounds. Inbounds pass goes to Botley. He's hawked by Smith. Botley up the right side on the dribble drive. Just underway here in the first half. 3-0 NC State. Botley against the Pack's man-to-man defense on the right wing. Gets it to Rogers. Drives left-handed down the lane. Tries a scoop shot. No good. The put back up and in by Condé. First field goal for Lynn University, and it's 3-2. Here's State with the ball the other way from right to left. Here's Smith on the right wing. Picks up his dribble. Hands it off to Torin Dorn, who drives to the basket. Hangs, fires a runner. Missed it. Tip no good. Tip again no good. And the rebound pulled down by Jamal Palmer for Lynn University. Tries to weave his way through traffic, almost turned it over, gets it to O'Brien for a long three from the right wing, no good. Abu with the rebound for State. Headman pass to Henderson, up sideline right, gets it to the middle of the floor, and Smith, and he'll set up the offensive 23 to shoot. He'll dive down the lane, whips a pass to Rowan for three, left wing. He missed it, and the deep rebound comes off to Botley for Lynn University. Botley brings it up the left sideline. He stops, he pops, he fires in a three from deep left. Botley's first basket, transfer from Florida Atlantic. And it is 5-3. Lynn University's got the lead with 17:43 to go here in the first. Here's Smith, gets it to Abu, straight on jumper for two from just inside the top of the key, no good. And the rebound to Conde. Outlet pass up the floor, goes to Rogers. He can't penetrate. Pack got back quickly on defense and is in the man-to-man. Down to Botley, who drives the lane, bounces it on the right wing for Palmer. Now on top to O'Brien for three. And the big center missed the straight-on three, and coming over the back, looked like Conde. We've got a whistle. Hang on.
Malik Abu is injured. Looks like he's holding perhaps his right hip. So he took some contact as that shot went up. Didn't see what happened, but he's kind of deep underneath the basket along the baseline, and well, it could be his left arm or his left shoulder.
Like a stinger or something. He's just, that arm is just kind of hanging down there, that left arm, and he's being assisted to the bench. So checking in for the first time is one of the returners for State, 6'9", 344-pound, B.J. Anya, the senior out of Washington, D.C., the Pac's all-time shot blocking leader. 5-3, Lynn University leads, 17:15 to go. First half, and here's Dorn bringing the ball up to the high post, and Anya. He turns, faces the basket, looking, whips a pass right wing to an open Rowan for three. He missed badly, and the rebound is pulled down by Conde. Conde's been all over the board so far for Lynn University. Gets it to Botley, now to Rogers for a straight-on jumper. He missed the long three. And the rebound on the baseline is to Conde. He feeds Rogers, and he hits a layup as he cut right down the lane, got the pass, and laid it in.
Little teardrop over the shot blocker, B.J. Anya. Impressive shot.
7-3, Lynn University. Here's Smith with a jumper from the right wing, no good. Deep rebound comes off to Rogers. He's running, but he doesn't have numbers. 1-on-4, he'll pull up right elbow, shoots and hits.
Well, Lynn's making shots. NC State is not. Pack's getting some pretty good looks. Maverick Rowan, a deadly three-point shooter's missed a couple of wide open ones.
And the Pack calls a timeout. Mark Godfrey wants to circle the wagons here. The Pack got the first 3 points on a two-pointer by Abu and 1 of 2 from the foul line by Dorn. And since that time, a 9-point run, 9-0 run by Lynn University. Rogers with a couple of buckets, Botley with a three, and Conde with a stick back.
If NC State scores 65 points or more tonight, Papa John's has a special offer just for Wolfpack fans. Enter promo code Wolfpack65 and get 50% off your regular menu price online order at papajohns.com all day tomorrow. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. NC State calling a timeout here early in the half. Mark Godfrey trying to settle his team down a little bit. They have been kind of rushing on the offensive end of the floor, and you don't create tempo by taking quick shots out of your half-court offense. Create tempo by getting rebounds, forcing turnovers on the defensive end. And I guarantee, Gary, that's probably what they're talking about, because here over the last 3 or 4 possessions, it's been basically 1 pass and a shot, or 2 passes and a shot. And that's one of the things we talked about in our Keys to the Game segment. Mark Godfrey understands you're not going to be in midseason form, but he still wants his team to focus on executing the offense. And so far with these quick shots, the Pack has really not given itself a chance to execute on the offensive end.
State started out 1 of 7 shooting, Lynn 4 of 9, and Lynn's out rebounded the Pack 8-4 so far. State inbounds out of the timeout. Dennis Smith Jr. on the right wing, picks up his dribble, gets it to Rowan between the rings and down low. We've got a foul, and it's going to go on Terry Henderson. He knocked over Rogers down low. That is his first. And that is a turnover for the Pack. State second, and the first foul of the game against the State player. So O'Brien will try to trigger it in, get it into Botley. He's face guarded by Smith. Botley gets the ball, and he'll move it up the floor from left to right. Pack it a man-to-man. Right wing pass goes the big center O'Brien, who hands it off to Rogers. Rogers top of the key. He'll drive on Henderson. Stops, forces up a free throw line jumper, and he hit it. Rogers is 3 for 5. 11-3, Lynn University. 15:56 to go here in the first half. Here's Dennis Smith getting a pick by Anya. He'll drive down the lane to the basket, lays it up, missed the shot. Tip no good by Anya. And again, Conde with another rebound for Lynn University. Gets it away to Botley. Botley up the floor from left to right. Hands off to Rogers. Rogers is a driving machine. Off a pick by Conde. Drives down the lane. Hangs, throws up a wild shot. Missed the works. Rowan with a rebound for State. Outlet pass to Smith. Smith up the right sideline. Has it knocked away by Palmer. Off Smith, out of bounds. It'll belong to Lynn University. Third Wolfpack turnover.
Palmer was harassing Dennis Smith. I think Dennis was a little surprised by that, harassing him out near midcourt. Smith lost the handle and turned the ball over.
Pack needs to gather itself here, down 11-3. It's an 11-0 run by Lynn University. This is a Division II school out of Boca Raton, Florida, member of the Sunshine State Conference. Lynn inbounds. Rogers with it to the big guy, O'Brien. Off a screen, he flips to Botley for three. Missed the shot, and the Pack with a rebound. Out of there with it is Rowan. Midcourt pass to Smith, back to Rowan. He'll fire straight on three in transition. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Rogers. The little guy works it up the floor. Doesn't have numbers. Goes to the basket anyway. Now flips it to Palmer for left corner three ball. Got it. Palmer out of the left corner. Second three by Lynn. It is 14-3, Lynn University. Terry Henderson now with a basketball. Henderson driving left of the lane. Step back jumper. Got it. 15-footer left side for Terry Henderson. That's a big basket. That broke a 14-0 run. Broke a 4-minute drought. It's 14-5 now. Lynn University with the ball in the lead. Here's the big guy O'Brien in the right-hand corner. Flips it out to the point at Botley. Botley guarded by Dennis Smith Jr. 15 to shoot. Botley now moves near the right sideline. Has the dribble. Now he'll drive past Smith all the way to the basket. Puts it up. Blocked by Anya. Loose ball inside. Smith comes up with it. He's double teamed and clears it to Anya. Anya, midcourt pass to Terry Henderson. Fumbled it. Got it back. Henderson driving. He'll fire for three left wing. No good. Way off the mark. Anya with a deep rebound at the foul line. To Henderson straight away. Starts to drive. He's banged hard by Marquand Botley of Lynn University. That'll be his first, team's third. And back into the game comes Malik Abu. And into the game for the first time is 6'1" true freshman Markel Johnson at point guard as Dennis Smith Jr. and Maverick Rowan sit down for the Pack. Here's Markel Johnson. This kid is lightning quick. He'll inbound baseline left. 14:05 to go in the half. And it is 14-5 Lynn University. Johnson ready to trigger it in. Gets it into Henderson, left corner. Henderson to the high post. And Anya. He backs in, left of the lane, moves into the paint, hangs, fires, got it. B.J. Anya literally muscled his way with those 344 pounds to the hole to get the bucket. And the lead has been cut in half. It's 14-7. Lynn with the lead in the ball. Botley with it, left wing. Drives around two defenders. Now clears it. He'll move back outside of the point. Now he'll go past Johnson to the hole. Flips it to O'Brien for a long three. Right wing, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dorn. Dorn, he's running. Dorn with a basketball. Left wing to Henderson. Shoots for three in transition. No good. Rebounded by Abu. He has the ball knocked away from behind. Whistle blows. And we've got a foul. And I believe it's going to go on Lynn University.
It is. You had both Malik Abu and B.J. Anya crashing the offensive boards on
I think it's on O'Brien.
Missed shot by Terry Henderson. Shane's still a little bit impatient right now. And the word, that's what comes to mind as you watch them, especially when they have offensive possessions that need to settle into a half-court possession where they need to execute a little bit. Still some quick shots, but that one was in transition. Pretty good look by Terry Henderson.
O'Brien out. Darius James, a 6'7" redshirt freshman, is in packet bounce for the baseline. Dorn gets it right to the lane, tries to muscle up a shot. It's blocked. Loose ball picked up by a new face in the game, and that's Alan Baez. Baez drives all the way down the floor, all the way to the baseline, has the ball knocked away, and we've got a reach-in foul. And it's going to go on Torrin Dorn. That's his first and the team's second. So Lynn University inbounds with Baez. Baseline left. Looking. Gets it into Quande. Down to the top of the key. And Morrow, a new face in the game. Malik Morrow, a 6'6" freshman out of Opelika, Florida. One of several new faces on this Lynn University lineup. Now Rogers handles. Gets it away to James, who just came off the bench. He'll jack up a straight on three. No good. Loose ball picked up by Dorn. Dorn, 2-on-2. Goes to the hole. Fires it up off balance. No good. Tip no good by Henderson. And on the initial shot by Dorn, we've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go on Alan Baez, his first, team's fifth. And this will send Torrin Dorn back to the free throw line, where he is 1 of 2 tonight.
Well, one big difference in this team compared to last year, Gary, that's noticeable early in this game. The Pack, when you have Torrin Dorn, Terry Henderson, and Dennis Smith on the floor, or Markel Johnson for that matter, that means the Pack's going to have 3 ball handlers on the court. Last year, most of the time, Cat Barber was basically the only ball handler on the court for NC State, unless you had Cody Martin out there. So you got Dorn, Henderson, and whoever's playing point guard. They can all handle it, and that really helps you in the break.
Dorn drains the first free throw. Here's the second on the way. Swish. He's got 3 points off from the line, and the Pack is getting a little closer. It's 14-9. Lynn University with the ball in the lead. Here's Alan Baez, the transfer out of Santa Fe College, the high post, and Conde. Conde flips it back to Baez. Baez tries to drive left baseline. Can't. His pass back on the wing, deflected, but right back into the hands of Baez. Baez starts to drive, and as he does, he steps out of bounds right on the sideline in front of the Wolfpack bench, and that is turnover number 2 on Lynn University. 12:40 to go first half. 14-9 is the score. Lynn leads as we've got Henderson and Dorn sitting down. Rowan back in the ball game now. He'll inbound to Markel Johnson. Johnson will be the point guard. And we got Dennis Smith Jr. back in the game as well. He handles behind the arc left wing. He drives around Rogers to the hole, lays it up, got it. Dennis Smith scores for the first time in the Pack uniform, and it's 14-11. The lead's been cut to 3. Here's Rogers driving up the floor. Jacks up a wild 3, no good. It is rebounded by Abu. Headman pass to Smith. Dennis Smith Jr. up the right side, maintaining the dribble. Now he'll rise and fire a 3. Got it.
Came around a big high ball screen set by B.J. Anya. The defender went under. He had no other choice but to go underneath that big screen by Anya. Dennis Smith rising high to drop down the jumper.
We've got timeout. This will be a full timeout. We're tied at 14, so the Pack has battled back from down as many as 14-5 at the 14:46 mark, and the game now tied at 14. 12-11 to go first half. Timeout on the floor. This is the Wolfpack Sports Network.
NC State was down early, 14-5. Pack just couldn't buy a basket, rushing things a little bit offensively. State missed 6 of its first 7 shots. But then B.J. Anya scored in the post, and Dennis Smith has come alive. He scored 5 straight, a baseline drive around the hoop, and then he came off a high ball screen set by B.J. Anya and drilled a 3. That's State's first 3 of the game. Pack had been 1 for 5 from long range until Smith dropped one in. And just like that, the Pack has come back to tie it. We're even at 14, 12-11 to go in the first half.
Lynn University will inbound. Darius James will get it in to the only returning starter from last year's team for Lynn University, Alan Baez. He'll bring it up left-handed against Smith, works it into the front court from left to right to the high post. He gets it away to James. Now back to Lynn, drives left baseline. Cross-court pass goes to Rogers. Rogers off a pick from Quade, driving toward the right elbow. He'll rise. He'll throw up a wild shot. It's an air ball, but crashing into him as he took the shot is Markel Johnson, the Wolfpack's backup point guard. That's his first, team's 3rd. And so this will send one of the smallest guys, in fact, the smallest guy on the floor right now, 5'9" Terrell Rogers to the line. I'm not sure he's 5'9", but he's got 6 points tonight. And he's not afraid to shoot it. His first free throw goes in. Coming back in, Tony, coming back in for Lynn is the starting center, 6'9" Kevin O'Brien, and leaving is Darius James.
It'll be a teachable moment for Markel Johnson on film. That's one reason why these games are useful. He was going to force a tough shot either way there. The one thing he didn't need to do was leave his feet. If he stays down, he's not going to foul and force a very difficult shot.
Rogers makes both free throws. It's 16-14 Lynn. A little bit of man pressure. Rogers pressuring Smith, trying to deny him the ball, but Smith gets it anyway, brings it into the front court from right to left. Now here's Rogers all over Dennis Smith. Gets a high pick from Anya. Smith driving. Now into the left-hand corner to Johnson. Drives to Anya. High post left. He'll rumble to the basket. Throws it up left-handed. No good. Tips up his own. Missed it. And it's tipped in by Abu. Malik Abu with his second basket. We're tied at 16. 11:24 to go in the first half. Here's Rogers, right wing. Lobs to the top of the key for Quande. Back to Rogers. One dribble to his right. Fires up a wild jumper. Missed it. Anya tried to block the shot, and in doing so, knocks down Rogers, and he'll go back to the line for 2 more free throws. Foul on B.J. Anya is his first, and that's State's 4th as a team.
B.J. was showing help as he should coming up the lane there in case there was a drive. But then he got off his feet a little bit off balance in an attempt to block that shot, and he barreled into Rogers, who's back at the foul line again.
Rogers attended Evelyn Mack Academy in Charlotte. Started his career at Delaware. He missed the first free throw. Then transferred to Central Florida, where he started 30 games in 2014-15 and averaged 17.5 points, shot 85% from the foul line. And he's a guy that Lynn University is counting on this year as a redshirt junior transfer. Anya and Markel Johnson check out. Terry Henderson back in for State. And Darius Hicks in the game for the first time, a true freshman from Quitman, Mississippi, a big body who gives depth inside for the Pack. Second free throw goes down for Rogers. He's got 9 points, 17-16, Lynn by 1. Here's Dennis Smith driving right wing, top of the key to Abu. He'll drive down the lane, left-hand shot knocked away, and there was a reason for that because a defender got him on the arm. I think that's Kwande will be his second personal foul, so he becomes the first player in foul trouble in this game with 2. We'll see how much longer he stays in the game with 11:07 to go in the first half.
Love seeing Malik Abu go the left hand there, and that is something he really worked on in the offseason. I think when he talked to the NBA folks, his little flirtation there, when he got some feedback, that was one of the things they talked to him about, and the coaching staff here told him that last year. He had difficulty scoring from the left side of the rim because his temptation was always a turn back to the right hand into the shot blocker. He worked on that left hand, and he went to it that time and drew the foul.
He knocks in both free throws. Kwande and Morrow leave the lineup for Lynn University. Marquand Botley is back in, along with Kevin O'Brien. We got a new center in the game, 6'10 freshman, Kenneth Wachakwu from Nigeria. With the basketball is Rogers. Right corner to Palmer, who's checked back in. He fires a three-pointer, no good. And the rebound at Darius Hicks for State. Almost a midcourt pass to Dennis Smith Jr. Brings it up sideline left, who's to the middle of the floor. No look pass to Abu, and he wasn't looking. And it's picked off by Rogers. Here's Rogers all the way the other way, coast to coast. Layup, missed it. Maverick Rowan had the rebound knocked out of his hands. And a whistle blows on the baseline. The guy who got the rebound was Rogers. But did he step on the baseline, or was Maverick Rowan on the baseline when he got the rebound? I think it was Rowan on the baseline. They're going to give it to Rogers for Lynn University. Or check it. Rogers is going to check out, but Lynn gets the ball anyway. And a new face in the game, Juwan Frazier, a 5'8 freshman, will trigger it in. So he's the smallest man on the floor. Lobs it on the right wing. Gets it to Kenneth Wachakwu. Say that 100 times fast. No, thank you. 18-17, Pack by 1, 10:24 remaining. With a basketball, Marquand Botley for Lynn. Deep on the left wing, going to drive all the way to the basket. Hooks a pass to O'Brien. Now out on the right wing for Frazier, who fires up a three, missed it. And the rebound comes down to Maverick Rowan for State. He'll bring it up on the dribble drive. Leaves it off for Smith. Smith at the point. Rises, fires almost a straight on three. Missed it. Tipped in by Abu. Malik Abu with 8 points leads the Wolfpack scoring parade. State's got its biggest lead of the half, 20-17. 9:54 remaining. Marquand Botley with it sideline left, drives around 2 defenders to the basket, tries to throw a pass in the right corner to O'Brien. It's tipped out of bounds and will belong to Lynn University with 17 to shoot. We've seen no zone from either team tonight. Both teams in a man-to-man. Jamal Parker will trigger it in near the right corner. Maverick Rowan face guarding him. Palmer looking, lobs it out onto the wing, gets it to Botley. Now away to Frazier. Frazier off a pick, starting to drive. Pick and roll inside to Wachakwu. And he missed a shot inside. Darius Hicks with a rebound for NC State. Gets it away to Maverick Rowan. Right wing, 2 dribbles. Gets away from the defense. Fires in a 3. It hit the rim twice and bounced in. Maverick Rowan's first points of the night. And it's 23-17 State. Here's O'Brien with a quick 3 left of the key. Bottom. Kevin O'Brien, a 6'9", 240-pound center who can shoot from outside, knocks in that one to pull Lynn University to within 3, 23-20, 9:07 to go. First half. State with the ball, gets the man-to-man defense. Here's Rowan, straight on top of the key, gets a pick from Abu, looks inside, now gets it to Abu at the free throw line. Malik looks, whips it to Rowan on a give and go. He lays it up, a reverse layup off the glass, no good. And we've got a foul on Lynn University.
Boy, a nice pass there by Malik Boo. A quick back cut by Rowan off the right wing. And Malik using his size to look right over the top of the defender and fire that pass to Maverick Rowan, who's going to step up to the foul line. Good to see Rowan make a three. He got off to a cold start. He was 1 for his first three, or 0 for his first three, but he drained that one for the right wing on the previous possession, and we know what it's like when he heats up.
He knocks in the free throw. Kenneth Wachukwu with the foul, his first, and that's the 17th foul on Lynn University. Second free throw good by Rowan. And it's 25-20, packed by 5. Its biggest first half lead, 8:50 to go here in the first half. Here's Frazier near the timeline. Henderson all over him, a bigger player. He drives around him, goes to the hole, fires up a teardrop runner, no good. Rebound, Darius Hicks for State. Outlet to Terry Henderson, long down the floor to Abu. Underneath, has it raked away by Palmer, but he's apparently stepped on the baseline when he got the ball away from Malik Abu. And so it's a turnover on Lynn University, and State will get the ball out of bounds on the baseline.
Beautiful
Kenneth
pass.
Wachukwu leaves the lineup now for Lynn.
Great pass by Terry Henderson. Malik Abu really running hard the middle lane of that break, and Henderson got him.
Packet bounce to Rowan, left wing. He'll jack up a three, no good. Rebounded by Palmer, long down the floor to Kwande. Shot blocked away by Rowan. Coming up with the ball is Hicks for State. Ahead to Smith. Smith, sideline left. Smith driving. Now whips it right wing to Henderson. Henderson, no looks pass in for Hicks. It's knocked away by O'Brien right underneath the basket and out of bounds, and State will have 21 to shoot when it gets the ball back. 25-20 Wolfpack, 8:16 to go in the first. Terry Henderson will inbound, baseline right. O'Brien with an equipment problem. Apparently he's got that straightened out. Here's Henderson to inbound. He lobs it, middle of the lane for Smith. He fires, missed it, and it's tipped up. Henderson can't get it to go. And Palmer with a rebound for Lynn University. Outlet pass goes to Botley. Botley will bring it up the floor from left to right. 8:05 remaining in the half. 25-20. State leads. Here's Botley driving. Hooks a pass underneath to the driving Kwande, who lays it up and in. View Kwande out of Senegal scores, and it's 25-22. Lynn sticking here with a pack. They led by as many as 11 early. Here's Henderson. Down low to Abu. Turns, fires over Kwande. Missed it. Gets his own rebound back up. Missed the shot. And O'Brien clears for Lynn University. Some quality shots. The pack just couldn't finish. 25-22. State leads. Here's Botley with a basketball. Off a pick by O'Brien. Throws it back to the open O'Brien on the pick and pop. He'll fire three. Good. This 6'9" kid can really fire from the outside. That's his second three of the game. And we're tied at 25. O'Brien hit that one from left of the key. And this is our fourth tie of the game. 7:14 remaining. Here's Smith driving right baseline. Cross-court skip pass. Goes to Henderson. Henderson left block for Smith. He curls into the lane. Hangs. Throws up a circus shot, and he got it. Dennis Smith Jr. with 7. And it's 27-25. Packed by 2. 6:58 to go in the first. Here's Botley driving around Hicks to the basket. Missed the layup, but a foul on the way in. And it's on the aforementioned State forward, Darius Hicks, out of the state of Mississippi, playing his first game for the Pack. That's his first, and that's the 15th foul on the Wolfpack. We have timeout at PNC Arena. 6:55 to go, first half. It's State 27, Lynn University 25. This is State basketball on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
Welcome back to PNC Arena. Exhibition basketball. NC State off to a slow start here in the first half. State was down 14-5. Eventually came back to seize the lead, and now Pack is up 27-25. We talked about NC State looking anxious and a bit impatient on the offensive end of the floor, and it really shows up in the statistical breakdown. So far, State is 9 of 27 from the field for 33%. Now, many of those shots have been pretty good shots and just haven't gone down. But here's the stat that kind of jumps out at me and maybe is illustrative of what the Pack has been about offensively so far. Only 1 assist on 9 made baskets for NC State. So there's been a lot more dribbling than passing. It's been somewhat fragmented on the offensive end of the court. You know what? That's kind of typical for early in the season, especially a first exhibition game. But they'll iron that out as we go along, if not tonight, as we go along early in the season. That's what the early season games are for. Try to create chemistry and improve upon execution.
Alan Baez back in for Lynn University. Inbounds, baseline left, and gets it into Marquand Botley. Botley will take it all the way out near the timeline. Dennis Smith on him, packing a man-to-man. 23 to shoot. Smith knocks the ball away. But Botley's able to scoop it to Terrell Rogers. This guy has no fear. Drives on Henderson all the way to the basket. Lays it up. Missed the shot. And a foul on Terry Henderson. That was Henderson at 6'4" against Rogers at 5'9". Rogers just took it to him. And we'll go to the line for 2. That's Henderson's second foul, team 6th. And so Lynn University redshirt junior guard Terrell Rogers back to the line, where he is 3 of 4 tonight. Free throw on the way, missed it.
They took their bigs out away from the basket, and they opened up the middle of the floor, and they just wanted Rogers to go one-on-one. They pulled NC State's big men defensively away from the basket as well, so there was no help on that drive. And I'll tell you, Rogers is quick off the bounce. He was able to beat Terry Henderson to the hole that time.
Omer Yurtseven, the 7-footer from Turkey, is checked in as Rogers hits the second free throw. He's got 10 points. Pack gets the ball out of the basket up the floor quickly. Here's Abu with the top of the key. Left wing to Dennis Smith. Smith now to Yurtseven. Hands back to Smith. Drives left baseline around O'Brien, who hooks him. And then Smith continued onto the basket, trying to jam and missed it. O'Brien with his second foul on the drive. And that'll be the 8th team foul on Lynn University. So at the line for a 1-and-1 attempt will be the number 1 point guard recruit in America, Dennis Smith Jr., preseason ACC Rookie of the Year.
Nice little two-man game on the left side of the court. Dribble handoff from Yurtseven to Dennis Smith. Smith was able to run his defender into Yurtseven, and almost a spectacular finish around the rim after he was fouled.
Smith knocks in the free throw. Pack has made 7 free throws in a row now. Here's the next one on the way. Make it 8 in a row. That's 9 points down for Dennis Smith. Pack leads 29-26. Lynn University ball. 6:26 to go in the first half. Here's Botley guarded by Smith along the left sideline. Bounces to the point. And Rogers. Rogers off a screen by O'Brien. Gets it away to Botley. Almost trips, but maintains the dribble and drives left of the key. Gets it to O'Brien for a straight-on 3. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Dennis Smith Jr. On the dribble drive. Up sideline right comes Smith. He weaves his way to the foul line. Whips a pass left wing to Dorn, who's back in. Now to Smith. Smith, Abu looking to screen. Now Smith rejects it. Drives the basket. Lays it up and got it over O'Brien at 6'9". Smith with 11. He leads the Wolfpack scoring parade, and it's 31-26 Pack. Lynn ball, 5:44 to go in the half. Here's an open Rogers off a cross-court pass. He'll jack up a 3 from the left side. Missed it. Rebound to Doran. Now to Smith. Long down the floor to Yurtseven. Jams it. Yurtseven got loose. And the Pack's got its biggest lead at 33-26. What a pass by Smith. 5:20 to go, first half. Here's Botley, right wing. Cross-court pass to an open O'Brien. 3 ball on the way from the left corner. He missed it. Yurtseven with a rebound. Headman pass to Dorn. Dorn, 2-on-2. Pull-up jumper, Dorn. Free throw line, air ball out of bounds. And it'll belong to Lynn with 5:07 remaining in the half. 33-26 Wolfpack. Here comes little guy Juwan Frazier from Boynton Beach, Florida in the game for Lynn University, a 5'8 freshman who led his high school team, Boynton Beach Prep, to 2 state titles and only lost 12 games in his entire high school career. He's the smallest man on the floor. O'Brien will leave for Lynn University, and back in is 6'7 Darius James. James gets it inbound to Juwan Frazier. Here comes the little guy up the floor from left to right. He'll whip it to Terrell Rogers. This has to be one of the smallest backcourts State's going to see all year. 5'9" and about, well, they've got them both listed at 5'9", but one's smaller than the other. Here's Rogers driving all the way to the basket. Throws it up over Yurtseven. Missed the shot. Loose ball on the baseline. Tipped out of bounds. It's off View Kwande, the 6'9 senior for Lynn University, and it'll belong to the Wolfpack.
Lynn was very confused that time. NC State went to this new little matchup zone that they have employed for the first time, and Lynn just had a very difficult time recognizing it and getting into its offense.
Smith with the ball now for State. Gets it to Yurtseven at the foul line. Whips a pass right wing to Henderson off a Yurtseven screen on the pick and roll. Gets it to Yurtseven right of the lane. Underneath the door. No touch pass to Abu, and he lays it in.
There's that ball movement we talked about. Those assist numbers are starting to move in the right direction now.
35-26 State. 4:19 remaining in the first half. Sideline right is Rogers. He'll drive out of traffic. Pushes off against Smith. Got away with it. 15 to shoot. Now clears it away to Baez. Deep to Frazier for a long 3. Left wing, no good. And the ball deflects to Malik Abu for State. He'll get it away to Dennis Smith Jr. Smith will bring it up sideline left. Met by Rogers. He'll drive around it. Bounces to the foul line in yard 7. He shoots. He misses. And the deep rebound comes off to James. James headband pass to Rogers. Rogers pulls up right wing. Shoots in transition. Missed it. Rebound James had it raked away from his hands. Abu saves it in bounds. It flipped over top of the basket. And it's picked up by Henderson. Long down the floor to Smith. Open, pulls the trigger for 3. He misfires on the transition 3 from deep on the left side. And the rebound comes down to Conde. Conde for Lynn University. Gets it away to Baez, now to Frazier. Frazier, deep right. Lynn's got the floor spread out. They want to drive. 35-26. Here's a cross-court pass. Baez has it knocked away by Terry Henderson. Baez gets it back. We're down to 10 on the shot clock. Baez drives to the line, to the lane. Scoops a pass and low to James. Trying to go up for a shot. Raked away out of bounds.
Foul.
And a foul on State. And it'll go against Malik Abu of the Wolfpack. That'll be his first, team's 7th. 3:12 left to go. We have timeout at PNC Arena. We're in the first half. State leads Lynn University 35-26. It's the first of 2 Wolfpack preseason games. Thanks for listening tonight. This is the Wolfpack Sports Network.
Do you grow soybeans? If you do, give Cargill a call. Cargill purchases soybeans throughout the year to make animal feed for the local hog, poultry, and dairy markets. Cargill offers 3 delivery locations, competitive prices year-round, marketing alternatives, and flexible delivery hours. Add value to your enterprise. Make the call to Cargill at 800-811-1852. That's 800-811-1852.
Geico brings you endorsements from a bench warmer.
I'm the bench warmer. The only thing I start is the showers in the locker room. I've never missed a shot because I've never taken one. My stats, nada to the power of jack squat. And my tearaway pants have never been torn away. But at least I hit it big on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
NC State up on Lynn University 35-26. Now Lynn has missed its last 6 shots, and about 4 of those 6 trips, NC State went into this little matchup zone. It's a new defense that Coach Heath Schwarrier brought with him to Raleigh. Coach Schwarrier has done a good job, really nice job bringing some new ideas defensively to NC State, and that matchup zone is a different type of a look. And I can tell you that Lynn University players have been very confused by that matchup zone. They think that State's been in a man, but actually been in a zone, and so they haven't been able to run the correct type of plays to get a shot. Now, coming out of the timeout, their coaching staff probably had a chance to talk to them a little bit more about that. We'll see. Lynn's going to the foul line.
5 on the floor for State right now. Terry Henderson, Abu, Yurt 7, Markel Johnson, and Maverick Rowan at the line. He was fouled before the timeout. Darius James was fouled by Abu, got the first one to go. And he'll get another. This is his first college basketball game. He's a transfer from Florida Atlantic, where he redshirted on the football team. There's the second free throw, no good. State rebounds. They get it to Henderson for 3 in transition, left wing, no good. Deep rebound pulled down by James for Lynn University. Outlet to Rogers. Rogers streaks down the floor, gets out of control. Loose ball on the baseline, but he picks it up. Feeds it away to Frazier, right wing. Frazier curls down the lane. He hangs, he fires on the run, and he hit it. Juwan Frazier at 5'8". Hits that shot on the run, and it's 35-29. State with the ball in the lead. Markel Johnson now at the point for the Wolfpack. Dennis Smith ready to check back in for State. Right wing to Henderson. Henderson against the little guy, Frazier, but he doesn't take advantage of it. Now to Johnson. Johnson drives baseline against Rogers. Into traffic. Kicks it to Maverick Rowan, right of the key. 2 dribbles, pulls up, right wing, shoots and hits. Maverick Rowan off the drive. He's got 7 points. And it's 37-29. State leads with 2:18 remaining in the half. Here's Frazier almost right in front of us, where the sideline meets the midcourt line on the right wing. Frazier gets it away down the right sideline to Rogers. Rogers guarded by Johnson. Away from the ball, we got a whistle. Ray Steins toots up a foul.
Yurt 7. State went back to man that time. And that's going to get Lynn back to the free throw line here.
That's the 8th team foul of the pack. 1-1 now as the free throw will be shot by View Conde. Yurt 7 with a foul, his first. Conde so far in tonight's game has 2 field goals for 4 points. He's one of 3 returners on this team. He played 27 games last year with 5 starts. He knocks in the free throw for his 5th point. He averaged almost 5 rebounds a game. Played sparingly in his first 2 seasons at Louisiana Lafayette. And even though he's from the Senegal, he played his high school ball in Florida. Here's Yurtseven checking out for State with 2 points. And B.J. Anya goes back in for the Wolfpack. Here's View Conde, the 6'9", 240-pound senior for Lynn University. His 2nd free throw on the way. He bricks it off to the right. Rebounded by Abu. Headman pass to Smith. Here's Dennis Smith up the sideline. Smith into the lane. Hangs, tried to scoop it up to the hoop. It was partially blocked, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
That rebound by Malik Abu, by the way, his 10th already in the game. So he's got a double-double here in the first half. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Last year, Malik had 14 double-doubles, and I suspect we'll see a lot of that this season.
Jamal Palmer with the foul for Lynn University. Dennis Smith going to the line for 2. That's team foul number 9 on Lynn. Smith knocks in the first free throw. 12 points for Dennis Smith Jr. He leads the pack in scoring. Malik Abu has 10, and Maverick Rowan with 7. Conde checks out of the lineup now for Lynn University. Back in as Darius James. As Dennis Smith Jr. ready for his 2nd free throw. 2 minutes exactly to go in the half. 38-30 State. And the 2nd free throw no good. Tipped by Rowan, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Wachakwu for Lynn University. 38-30, packed by 8. Lynn with the basketball. They're trying to spread the floor. Here's Palmer with it along the left sideline. Against the matchup zone by State. Right wing to Botley. 11 to shoot. Botley off a high screen. He'll drive down the lane. Hangs, fires just inside the free throw line with a straight-on shot. No good. And Abu rebounds for the Wolfpack. Outlet to Smith. Smith up sideline left. 1:27 remaining in the half. Pack up by 8. Here's Smith driving left baseline all the way to the hole. Layup good. And the foul. The foul is either on Wachakwu or it's on Botley. And it's on Wachakwu. That is his 2nd for the 6'10 freshman out of Nigeria. 10th team foul. Count the basket for Dennis Smith. He's got 14, and he'll try for another as he's going to the line for 1.
Well, that's Dennis Smith at his best. Great explosion, little stop-and-go move to beat his man on the perimeter, and then the explosion vertically to get up and still finish that shot over the big man.
Smith gets the 3-point play with a free throw. Pack up by 11. Its biggest lead with 1:15 to go in the half, 41-30. A little bit of 3/4 court pressure by the Pack. Lynn breaks it. Botley now has the ball near the timeline straight away. 13 to shoot. Again, it looks like the Pack is in a kind of a matchup zone situation here. 8 to shoot. Here's Botley, cross courts it away to Rogers off a screen. He'll go to the top of the key, launches up a jumper, no good. The stick back, no good. Rebound fought for. Abu comes out of there with it for State. Headman pass to Smith. Underneath the Rowan, puts it up, blocked away from behind by Palmer. And Rowan took a header on the baseline. Shot no good. He'll go to the line for 2. Palmer commits his 2nd foul. Team's 11th.
That was a fastball by Dennis Smith Jr. I tell you, you're running the floor. You better have your hands up, ready to catch it. He'll get it to you, but he'll get it there in a hurry. And that was a great catch by Maverick Rowan underneath the basket. He got hammered. He's going the foul line. You know, the matchup zone, Gary, one of the reasons it's fooling Lynn a little bit is because Smith and Terry Henderson are picking up so far out on the floor. To them, it appears that the 2 guards are matching up man to man. But if you look along the baseline, the 3 bigs at the front court, they're sagging back. They're kind of playing zone. But that matchup has really bothered Lynn.
Rogers out, Baez in for Lynn. Rowan missed the first free throw, gets the 2nd one. He's got 8 points, and it's 42-30, packed by 12. 45 seconds remaining first half. 3/4 court pressure now. Here's Palmer getting it away to Botley, and Botley will work it across. Gets it to Baez. Baez will drive into the paint. Flips it to Palmer, right wing. He'll curl into the paint. Tries to throw up a shot right in front of B.J. Anya, who blocks it. Loose ball picked up by Henderson down the floor to Rowan. Rowan drives the basket to the trailing Anya. He puts up the shot, missed it short, and the rebound pulled down by Lynn University's James. But the outlet pass by James to Baez is thrown away, and Lynn turns it over. It's the Pack's ball for what could be the last possession of the half. 21 seconds remaining. 42-30 Wolfpack.
This will be fun to watch here. 20.9 seconds left. Let's see if late clock situation, if they don't get Dennis Smith in the middle floor coming off a ball screen set by either B.J. Anya or Malik Abu.
Here's Rowan to trigger it in. Sideline left. Gets it to Smith. And the shot clock off. 16 seconds remaining in the half. Smith out near the timeline straight away, just pounding the basketball. Smith will now, with 10 seconds, start to move. Anya screens. Here's Smith knifing his way right to the lane to Anya to get and go, jams it.
Nice little pick and roll. Anya ball screen. Penetration by Smith and the flush.
And a shot from beyond midcourt launched by Botley won't go, and that's a half. So the Pack got off to a slow start in this first half, trailed 14-3 with about 15 minutes to go as Lynn University blew out to a 14-0 run after the Pack had a 3-0 lead. But the Pack has outscored Lynn University 41-16 since that time, and Lynn has had a tough time making baskets. They came out hot, but they cooled off as the half went on. 44-30 at the break. Well, Tony, pretty interesting half. The Pack comes out and looks like it hasn't done anything in the preseason for the first few minutes. Then all of a sudden, Dennis Smith catches fire, and away the Pack goes.
Well, they didn't do what they've been practicing. Everybody was just anxious, pretty geeked up to get out here in the arena for the first time in front of fans. And it's almost a natural reaction. And the result was the Pack was very impatient offensively. There were a lot of quick shots. We mentioned midway through the first half, State had 9 baskets and only 1 assist. Well, they finished the half 4 assists on 15 made baskets. But the offense got better and better. But what really turned the half around, Gary, I thought with about 6-7 minutes left, they went to that matchup zone. And that matchup zone really gave Lynn some problems. All of a sudden, it shut down Lynn's penetration. They weren't getting the same shots they were getting earlier in the half against the man-to-man. And when that matchup zone kind of shut down Lynn over the last several minutes, the Pack then started to pick it up on the offensive end. Dennis Smith, good as advertised. 15 points, 4 assists for NC State. Malik Abu, a double-double in the opening half. He had 10 points, 12 rebounds.
Pack also picked it up on the boards. Lynn came out, and I believe at one point they had about an 8-4 rebounding margin. But since that time, the Pack has owned the boards. And our halftime score is State 44, Lynn University 30. Stay with us. Tony's back with a halftime show in a moment on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
This is Wolfpack basketball.
Let's take a look inside the numbers, brought to you by CPI Security. Protection you can count on, conveniences you will love. State up 44-30 at the break after a very frigid start. Pack ends up shooting 39.5% from the field, 15-38. State struggled from the three-point line, just 2 of 11, but did a good job at the foul line, 12 of 15. Lynn missing a lot of shots down the stretch, 10 of its last 11. Lynn University shoots 27% from the field. That's 10 of 37 from the floor. They did make 4 of 17 threes, 6 of 10 from the foul line. Pack dominated the boards 33-21. Turnovers only 3 for Lynn, 5 for NC State. Individual scoring, Dennis Smith Jr. leads the Pack. He had 15 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds for Dennis. Malik Abu had a double-double in the first half, 10 points and 12 rebounds. Malik was 4 of 7 from the field. Torrin Dorn 0 for 3 from the field. He had 3 points, 4 rebounds. Terry Henderson 2 points, 2 boards. Maverick Rowan got off to a slow start, but he finished with 8 points and 4 rebounds, 1 of 5 from the three-point line. B.J. Anya 4 points, a rebound. Omer Yurtseven had 2 points and a rebound. Taking a look at Lynn University, leading the way was that little point guard. Pretty good player, Terrell Rogers. 10 points, but he had to take a lot of shots to get there. He was 3 of 12 from the field. And that's a look at our halftime stats. Time now for Points in the Paint. Brought to you by Color Masters Painting. Professional commercial painters from offices, hotels, shopping centers, and everything in between. You can depend on Color Masters Painting. Losing my voice in the exhibition season, Gary, not a good sign. Points in the paint. State dominated there, 22-10.
All right, we're getting ready for the second half. And again, in case you missed the early part of our broadcast, the Pack was kind of stunned early in this game. Lynn University came out after the Pack led 3-0 with a 14-0 run to go up 14-3. The Pack just really out of sync, quick shooting the basketball, too much dribbling. And then things started getting better. The Pack went on an 11-0 run to tie the game at 14. Then the team traded baskets for a while until NC State started to pull away with 5.5 minutes to go. They led by 7. 4.5 to go, led by 9. And by the halftime break, the Pack has the lead it has right now at 44-30. Coming out onto the floor now for Lynn University, its original starting lineup: Terrell Rogers, Jamal Parker, and Marquand Botley at guard, with View Conde and Kevin O'Brien down low. And for the Wolfpack, it is Abu, Doran, Henderson, Smith, and Rowan. Lynn University inbounds to begin the second half. They'll attack the goal to our left. Here's O'Brien with it. Gets it away to Rogers. Starts a right-hand drive. Now backs out near the timeline with 15 to shoot. Pack in a man-to-man. It ended the first half playing matchup zone. Here's Botley down low to Quande. He turns around, hooks it up, missed the shot. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched apparently by the Pack. And it'll be off Rowan. And so Lynn University will inbound baseline right. And it looks like Palmer will be the trigger man with a new 30 on the shot clock. Just underway second half, Pack by 14. Here's Palmer, face guarded by Doran, throws it up the right sideline where Botley picks it up. He gets to the middle of the floor, and Rogers drives the lane, left-hand layup, rolls off the rim, no good. Abu with the rebound. Headman pass to the streaking Rowan, down the floor, one-on-one, scoop to the hoop, won't go. Down goes the defender. That is Botley, and a blocking foul will be called on Marquand Botley of Lynn University. That will be his second and the team's first foul here in the second half. This will send Maverick Rowan to the line. Rowan 3 out of 4 tonight from the line, and a pretty good free throw shooter during the course of the regular season last year. His first in college. He's 77%. Free throw up, good.
That was Abu's 13th rebound, but most impressively was that outlet pass. Boy, he got that board. He looked the other way and found a streaking Maverick Rowan. And NC State got itself a one-on-one transition opportunity there as a result of that excellent outlet pass.
Second free throw goes down by Rowan. I wonder if Abu ever played quarterback. I doubt it, but he looked like one right there. Packed by 16, 46-30. Here's Palmer with it for Lynn University against the Pack's man-to-man. Drives on Rowan, who goes down. Palmer all the way to the basket. Reverse layup won't go. Conde tries to put the ball back up. Shot blocked. Loose ball on the baseline. Conde touched it last as he went crashing out of bounds. And it'll belong to the Pack.
Conde had a great chance for an offensive rebound. Abu had to leave him to cover down on that penetration by the guard. But the big man for Lynn could not finish.
So the Pack inbounds. Here's Dennis Smith Jr. against man pressure as Botley is hawking him. Smith brings it up across the timeline from left to right. Top of the key, maintains a dribble with 20 to shoot. Gets a pick from Abu, who threw an elbow into Botley. And that's an offensive foul on Malik Abu. I think everybody saw that one. His second, and that's the first team foul. And the sixth turnover against the Pack. 18:55 to go. We're barely underway here in the second half. Packed by 16. Lynn University with a basketball. Here's Botley to the top of the key, and O'Brien straight on three on the way. Off to the right, no good. Quande with a rebound. Kicks it outside to Botley for three. Good from the left side. Marquand Botley with his second three of the game. And Malik Abu trying to inbound, steps across the baseline, trying to get the ball to Dennis Smith Jr. and commits a turnover. The Pack's seventh, second this half. And Lynn University gets the ball. Here's Palmer with it, baseline left. Inbounds to Botley. Botley near the top of the key against Henderson. He'll drive right-handed down the lane, tries to put it up. Shot blocked by Abu. Out of bounds, baseline right. He erased that one. And the Pack's lead is at 13 with 18:25 remaining. Palmer will inbound again for Lynn University. Here's Palmer to throw it in near the right-hand corner. Loops it across the timeline where it's knocked away by Dennis Smith. He collides with the Lynn player, Terrell Rogers. They go down. And the foul will go on Terrell Rogers of Lynn. That'll be his second, team second. It'll be Pack basketball on their side of midcourt. Here's Henderson throwing it in from the right side. Gets it into Smith. Smith at the point with 26 to shoot. We played almost 2 minutes of the first half. Smith left wing to Rowan. Rowan spots up. He'll step back, shoots a three, short. And on the rebound, two players go down. Looks like Malik Abu, one of them for State. And I think O'Brien was the other jockeying for that rebound. Ball went out of bounds. And a foul has been whistled on Kevin O'Brien of Lynn University. That's his third, team's third. And it'll be Wolfpack basketball. And inbounding is Henderson, baseline left for State. He gets it into Dennis Smith Jr. Smith, left baseline, driving all the way to the basket against Rogers. Layup good. Smith with 17 points, 48-33. And on the inbounds, a whistle blows.
Knocked out of bounds by NC State. Pack coming out with a little three-quarter pressure now. It's going to be a 1-2-2 three-quarter press. Dennis Smith picking up in the backcourt. So Mark Gottfried really working on a couple of defenses here in this game.
Conde inbounds. Here's Rogers with it. Throws it cross court. Gets it to Botley. Botley into the front court. Henderson picks him up. Botley just 5'9". Henderson 6'4". Now it looks like that matchup zone again by State. Here's Botley driving down the lane against Henderson. Kicks it to O'Brien behind the arc right wing. Gets it in the corner now to Botley. Botley against Henderson. Here comes Rowan to double team. Botley's in trouble, and he steps on the sideline. Fifth turnover for Lynn University. Tremendous pressure right there by State defensively, and they cause a Lynn turnover. 48-33. Wolfpack with the ball in the lead. 17 and a half minutes left here at PNC Arena. Here's Smith blowing past Botley down the lane. Whips it to Rowan. Three ball on the way right wing. Got it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Dennis Smith got in the paint, and he just drew 3 or 4 defenders with him, and an easy kick to the shooter.
Here's Palmer getting it down into the right-hand corner for O'Brien. His three ball won't go. Deep rebound, kicks out to Dorn, drives and jams at the other end. That ball came out long. Dorn got it and made a beeline right to the basket for a one-hand slam. And timeout, Lynn University. This will be a full timeout as the Pack is starting to pull away almost 3 minutes into the second half. 17:09 to go. 53-33. Wolfpack enjoying its biggest lead of the night at 20. The Pack has opened up the half on a 9-3 run. This is State basketball on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
Lynn forced to take the timeout. A run-out dunk by Torin Doran has given the Pack a 53-33 lead. 17:09 to go in this exhibition. That last play demonstrates the difference between this NC State team and last year's team. Remember last year, if anybody other than Cat Barber got a long defensive rebound, they would wait, look around to see where Cat is to get him the ball. Not with this team, because the small lineup that the Pack has on the floor now with Torin Doran, Terry Henderson, and Dennis Smith. Well, Torin Doran didn't have to look for Dennis Smith because he can handle the basketball. So he got that long defensive rebound above the free throw line, and he just put it on the floor himself and went the other way for the dunk. So you got 3 ball handlers on the court right now with this lineup. Doran, Henderson, and Dennis Smith Jr. That's worked well at times for the Pack tonight.
No subs for either team out of the timeout. Here's Lynn against a little bit of three-quarter court pressure. Rogers throws it across the timeline. Rowan knocks it away. Henderson tries to save it, can't, as he crashes into the scorer's table. He's all right. It'll be Lynn University basketball. Lynn starting to have 1 out of 8 shooting, and the Pack 3 out of 4. So the shooting woes continue for the Fighting Knights of Lynn University. They inbound, sideline right. Here's Marquand Botley with a basketball against Dennis Smith Jr. Passes on the wing and gets it away to Rogers, guarded by Maverick Rowan. Packing a man-to-man. Rogers steps back, shoots a 3, in and out. Rebound pulled down by Torin Doran. Doran for State gets it to Dennis Smith Jr. He'll bring it up on the dribble drive, sideline right. Smith, right wing behind the arc. Now to Abu. Leaves it off for Smith, top of the key. But getting over there to cut him off on the drive was Rogers. Shot clock down to 16. Smith, top of the key, gets a screen from Abu. To the pick and roll pass to Abu. Abu goes to the basket, has it raked away, saves it inbounds for Doran, goes to the hole, scores. Torin Doran with his second field goal of the night. 55-33. Packed by 22 with 16 and change remaining. Here's Palmer driving down the lane for Lynn University, and he throws it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Abu. Down the floor to Smith, who throws the lob for Henderson, and he jammed it in.
Boy, this press really speeding Lynn up. And NC State getting some really good transition looks off the defense.
57-33 Wolfpack. There's Rogers with it to Palmer. Right corner was open. He'll go to the basket anyway. Scoop to the hoop, won't go. Rebounded by Torin Doran. Long down the floor to Henderson. Henderson throws a lob for Smith. Layup good.
again, that pressure speeding Lynn up and getting this game going faster than Lynn would like. They're just outmanned right now, the way this game is going.
Pack's hit its last 6 shots. It is up 59-33, 15-25 to go. Here's Botley driving left of the lane. Up underneath to Palmer. Palmer reverse layup on a drive. Missed the shot. There's contact and a foul on State. It's on Malik Abu. That's his third, team second. And we have a timeout here at PNC Arena. It's the first of 2 preseason games for the Pack. And right now, State is in command. 15-21 remaining. Second half, 59-33. The Wolfpack leads Lynn University. Thanks for listening tonight. This is State Basketball on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
State's making it look simple here in the second half. The Pack has outscored Lynn 15-3 since halftime. It's now 59-33 NC State. Lynn finished the first half going 1 for 11 from the field. Guess what? To start the second half, ditto. They're 1 for 11. Meanwhile, NC State has come out cooking in second half action. 6 of 8 from the field. A lot of them transition buckets off the defense. And one of the big stories tonight, Gary, for NC State have been the changing defenses and how they have disrupted Lynn. State finished the half with a half-court matchup zone that threw Lynn out of sync and got them out of their rhythm. And here the Pack has gone with a 1-2-2 3-quarter press that has really gotten Lynn playing a little bit faster than they would like to in a game like this, and that has resulted in some run-out layups and dunks for State.
Sophomore Jamal Palmer, who was fouled by Abu before the timeout, goes to the line, makes the first free throw. Here's the second one on the way. He drained it. That's 5 points now for Palmer, and it is 59-35. State with the ball in the lead. 15-15 remaining. Yurtseven in the game for the first time here in the second half. Gets a pass right to the lane by Smith. Spins the basket, puts it up, missed the shot. And on the rebound, we've got a whistle, and Yurtseven coming over the back commits a rebounding foul. That'll be his second, team's third.
Trying to show off a variety of post moves there, a la Kevin McHale. Looked like he was going to go with the right jump hook, but then crossed over to the left hand and couldn't finish.
Rogers for Lynn University drives left to the lane. He sends a teardrop over the 7-footer Yurtseven. It won't go. Yurtseven with the rebound. Midcourt pass to Rowan. Down the floor to Terry Henderson. Left baseline drive underneath the Rowan. Layup good. Rowan caught that one right out in front and laid it in. 61-35 State. Lynn University with the basketball with 14:43 remaining. Pack with points in the paint now 34-10. Here's Rogers with a long teardrop pass across court to Palmer. Tried to drive into the paint, had it raked away. Rowan comes up with a loose ball. Headman pass to Smith. Smith lobs for a shot. Kirk is in the game for the first time. Off his hands. Rowan puts it in. Rowan's 3 for 4 this half. Sean Kirk making his first appearance in the game. A 6'8 sophomore from Whiteville, North Carolina, an athletic leaper who provides depth along the front line for NC State. 19 to shoot. Lynn with the ball. Here's Rogers with it behind the arc left wing. They double team him. Pass to the foul line for Conde. His jumper won't go straight on. Palmer fights for the rebound. It's raked away. Smith gets it behind the back pass to get away from Palmer. Smith up the floor from left to right. Into the left-hand corner for Henderson for 3. Swish! Henderson's 2 for 2 this half. That's his first 3 of the game. 66-35 Wolfpack. 13:45 remaining. Here's Botley getting it away to Palmer. Now back to Botley along the left sideline. Quande looks like he wants to set a pick. Botley rejects it. Pass to the right side goes to Rogers. Rogers lobs right of the lane for O'Brien. Knocked away by Rowan. To Henderson. Back to Rowan. Goes to the basket. Tried to go up for a shot. Stripped away by Botley. And out of bounds. I don't think there's any foul on the play. I think it'll just be Wolfpack basketball. Botley with the strip. And Botley and Palmer will leave along with O'Brien. And into the game, Darius James for Lynn University along with Jawan Frazier. And who else has checked in for Lynn University? Malik Morrow. Henderson leaves for State. Anya is now in. He and Yurtseven are a couple of big bodies down low now for State. Markel Johnson just checking in for State. Gets the inbounds pass near the right baseline. Sends it to the point and Kirk. Now left wing to Torrin Dorn. Left of the lane for Yurtseven. Backs in. Hook shot up. Missed it. Yurtseven with a rebound. Back up good. 4 points for Yurtseven, and it's 68-35 State. About 13 minutes remaining here in this basketball game. Rogers for Lynn University. Behind the arc right wing, he'll knife his way to the basket, unloads a pass in low for Quande. Can't finish on the layup, and Kirk with a rebound for State. Outlet to Johnson, brings it into the front court. Left of the lane to Yurtseven, who turns and fires, but after the whistle blows, and we've got a foul on Lynn University.
Lynn 1 for 14 here in the second half. So that means they're, 2 of their last 25, dating back to about the 5 or 6 minute mark of the opening frame.
That's not good right there.
No.
I don't care who you are. That's not good right there. 4 fouls. The first foul was on James Pack inbounds. Markel Johnson got it. Left of the lane, trying to knife his way to the basket, and was fouled there by Juwan Frazier. That'll be his first and the 15th foul on Lynn University. 12:47 remaining. 68-35 NC State. Here's the Wolfpack's Torn Dorn inbounding, baseline left. He gets it away to Markel Johnson, who has it raked away by Frazier. They scrum for it up the sideline. 2 more players come in and try for the tie-up, and they finally get it.
Markel Johnson struggling a little bit here tonight, but he's going to be a good one for NC State. We got a glimpse of that at practice a few days ago, Gary. He was making some plays, some really nice passes, but you can understand this being his first exhibition game at this level. He's it's just a little ahead of him, a little fast for him tonight, and his brain is really going 100 miles an hour.
Held ball. Pack gets it on the alternate possession. Here's Kirk inbounding, top of the key to Yurtseven, trying to put it on the floor and drive against Quande. And Frazier comes in and tries to rake the ball away and commits his second foul, team's 5th. They're checking. They've got 6 on the board, so that's 6 fouls on the board now for Lynn University. As the horn sounds, they want to get an exchange of bigs here. Wachakwu checks in at 6'10 for the 6'9 Conde. Pack inbounds, baseline right. With the inbounds passes, Johnson gets it to Kirk. He'll fire for 2 just inside the arc right wing and miss. And the deep rebound comes off to Rogers on the dribble drive from right to left. Takes it down the right wing, stops, pops, shoots the 3, misses. Rebound Kirk, midcourt pass to Johnson. Johnson down the right side to Kirk. Kirk fakes a shot from the right corner, flips it back to Johnson. 12:16 remaining in the game, 68-35 NC State. Lynn University in a man-to-man. Here's Kirk with the basketball. Is raked away by Rogers along the right sideline out of bounds. And the Pack will have 16 to shoot when it inbounds. 12:09 remaining in the game. Pack led by 14 at the break, but it took some work to get there as the Pack got off to a slow start in this game. Here's Dorn, top of the key off the inbound, almost palmed it, drives all the way to the left block, turns, fires, banks it in.
Really strong player is Torn Dorn. 6'5", getting there amongst the trees and finishing strong.
Lynn gets it down the floor quickly to Morrow for 3, and transition no good. Dorn with a rebound. He's driving from left to right, down the lane, underneath to Johnson. Johnson too far under, gets it back outside to Dorn. Left baseline drive by Dorn, and he traveled as he tried to get around Malik Morrow on that left baseline drive. So the Pack turns it over for the 8th time, and we have timeout here at PNC Arena in Raleigh. 11:46 to play. Your score, NC State 70, Lynn University 35. This is state basketball on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
How about these stats here with Lynn? Boy, they went cold at the end of the first half, and they've just not been able to get it back. In fact, Lynn is 2 for its last 27 from the field, including 1 field goal and 16 attempts here in the second half. And Gary, you remember early in the game when State was a little disjointed offensively, and I mentioned that the Pack had just 1 assist on 9 baskets. Boy, what a difference a couple of timeouts can make. State now 9 assists on its last 17 baskets since then. So 10 assists overall, but you start 1 assist on 9 baskets when the Pack was taking a lot of quick shots. State's done a much better job of running its offense, getting good shots, and the assist numbers show that. They really pans out at 9 assists over the last 17 made buckets.
Pack shooting 11 out of 17 here in the second half for 65%. And as Tony mentioned, Lynn just cold as a dead mackerel.
It's a lot colder than it is in Boca Raton, right?
That's for sure. The Pack up 21-8 in fast break points. Lynn University inbounds. Here's Frazier with a try to drive, stripped away by Sean Kirk. Headman pass to Johnson. Fast break layup good.
Again, that zone press. Really giving Lynn a lot of problems. They've turned the ball over with regularity, and when they haven't turned it over, they've taken a really quick shot.
Pack with 16 points off turnovers in this game, according to our statistician Howard Baum. Lynn with a basketball. Here's Rogers against Johnson, driving right of the lane, splits two defenders, and scoops it up to the hoop, and he got it. Tough shot by Terrell Rogers. His first 2 points of the second half. He's got 12 for the game. State gets the ball up quickly into the front court, but Dorn can't do anything with it. And gives it up to Markel Johnson. 20 to shoot. Just under 11 minutes to play, and State up 72-37. Here's Johnson with it. Off a pick. Down underneath to Yurtseven for a two-handed jam. The assist to Johnson. Yurtseven gets the slam, his third basket. And Lynn University, they're playing up tempo, getting the ball down the floor very, very quickly to Morrow. Malik Morrow went right to the hole, but couldn't convert and was fouled on the play.
B.J.
And it's
Anya.
on B.J. Anya, who is talking right now face-to-face just a few feet away from us to official Bill Humes pleading his case. He thought he had a block there, but no go. Morrow hits the first free throw for his first point tonight.
B.J. still having a conversation with the official here right in front of us. But the first free throw has been shot, so he's definitely not going to win that argument.
Frazier, Wachakwu, and James leave the lineup now for Lynn University. Conde, O'Brien, and one of the guards, Botley, back in. Here's the second free throw by Morrow. It is good, so he knocks them both down, and it's now 74-39. Morrow will leave, and checking into the game is 6'2" redshirt junior Alan Baez for Lynn University. 10:45 remaining. A little backcourt pressure. Darius Hicks now in the game for NC State. His first second half appearance. Gets it away to Markel Johnson. Brings it across the timeline. Johnson to the high post, and Hicks on a give and go to Sean Kirk, who jams it one-handed. He blew in from the right side and threw that one down like Dr. J.
Got a good pass from the high post by Darius Hicks to the back cut.
76-39 State. Lynn University with a quick shot for three, blocked by Yurtseven. Off the shot by Botley. Yurtseven gets it down the floor to Johnson for a fast break layup. Good. Johnson gives the Packets 78 points. 78-39 State. 10:09 remaining. Lynn University with the basketball. Rogers with it sideline right. Cross-court skip pass to an open Botley for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Hicks for State. Hicks with his fifth board off the bench in limited minutes. Here's Smith with it right wing. Smith behind the arc right wing. Penetrates to the baseline. Cross-court skip pass goes to Johnson. He'll put it on the deck and drive to the foul line. Now backs up to the point. 16 to shoot. Johnson off a Yurtseven screen. Driving toward the corner. Cross-court skip pass goes to Dennis Smith. Smith will fake a screen, and Smith will hit a three as the defense was absolutely frozen. They thought Smith was going to drive to his left off the pick, but Smith just stepped back, shot a three, and hit it. 22 for Smith. Here's a quick shot for three by Rogers from the left wing for Lynn University. No good. Hicks with another rebound. Outlet to Dennis Smith Jr. And Smith dribbles it out of bounds. A rare turnover by Smith, who leads the Pack scoring parade right now with 22 points. 81-39 Wolfpack. 9:13 remaining.
Terrell Rogers was pressuring there in the backcourt and putting up a pretty good fight against Dennis Smith. He forced Dennis to go to the spin dribble in the backcourt, and Smith lost control.
Conde inbound, sideline left for Lynn. Gets it into Baez. Baez will drive to the top of the key. Bounces it right wing to Botley. Botley in the corner to Rogers. Rogers curls into the paint to the hole. Throws up a reverse layup. Missed the shot. Loose ball. Sean Kirk gets it near midcourt. Stripped away by Baez out of bounds into the Wolfpack bench. And it'll belong to State with 26 to shoot and 8:55 remaining in the game, as this one's gotten a little bit sloppy all of a sudden. Rogers will check out. And a new man in the game for the first time for Lynn University, 6'4" Charles Matlock, a junior transfer from Colorado Springs, Colorado. He came in from Western State Community College. Here's Smith inbound. He gets the inbounds pass for State. Drives the lane, hangs, and shoots it up. Missed the shot. Yurtseven tried to tip it in from behind. Couldn't get it to go. And Quande with a rebound for Lynn University. Outlet pass to Botley. Botley down the floor from right to left. Shoots a pass to the right side to Matlock. Matlock down to Baez. Baez along the right sideline. Down low to O'Brien. Tries to feed the post. Knocked away. Stolen by Hicks. And here comes State. Dennis Smith with a long pass. Down underneath to Johnson. Layup. Missed it. And Johnson is clocked pretty good right there. And a foul by Kevin O'Brien. That'll be his 4th. And that should be the 7th team foul on Lynn University. Stops the clock with 8:26 remaining. And State up 81-39 over the Fighting Knights from Boca Raton.
Markel Johnson has played much better this stint into the ball game. Same for Darius Hicks. So you're talking about a couple of freshmen here who came in a little wide-eyed in the first half. They were mistake-prone. They struggled a bit. But you can see here in the second half they're a lot more comfortable and they're playing better.
Johnson missed the first free throw. Second one off the heel of the rim. No good. They fight for the rebound, but the ball goes off of Kevin O'Brien, who thought he had the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll belong to State with a new 30 on the shot clock. Pack up big, 81-39, 8:25 remaining. Dennis Smith Jr. will trigger it in. Baseline left. Players scramble. He throws it up the left sideline. Johnson catches. Johnson off a pick from Yurtseven. Drives the foul line. Had knocked away, but picks it up along the right sideline. And down low, we've got Yurtseven battling with Conde. And a foul on Omer Yurtseven for the Wolfpack. That'll be his 3rd. And that'll be the 4th team foul. 5th team foul, pardon me, on State here in the second half. 8:16 remaining. State up 81-39. Here's Baez across the timeline for Lynn University. Right wing to Botley. Botley with a basketball. Cross-court skip pass to Baez, left wing. He'll penetrate all the way to the foul line and travel with the ball as he tried to get it on the right wing to Botley. So Baez turns it over. That's the 10th turnover for Lynn University. And the turnovers are tied at 10 apiece. 8:02 remaining. 81-39 Wolfpack. Darius Hicks, a 6'7", big body, 231 pounds from Quitman, Mississippi. Triggers it in for State along the far sideline. Gets it in the backcourt to Dennis Smith. He'll bring it back across the timeline from left to right. He'll cut down the lane. Hangs, fires a runner. Missed the shot. Down goes O'Brien, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Dennis Smith. O'Brien took the charge for Lynn, and Smith commits the foul for State. That's his first, team 6, and we have timeout here at PNC Arena. We're heading down the stretch, 7:53 remaining. It's the Wolfpack 81, Lynn University 39. You're listening to Wolfpack Exhibition Basketball on the NC State Wolfpack Sports Network.
Nice exhibition debut for Dennis Smith. 22 points, 5 rebounds. 6 assists for Dennis. Malik Abu, a double-double. Actually had a double-double in the first half. He's on the bench now. I think he's done for the night. 15 points and 10 rebounds. So the Pack doing an excellent job clamping down on Lynn here in the second half. Lynn, second half shooting, only 2 of 21.
And as Baez tries to bring it across the timeline against Terry Henderson, he pushes off and commits an offensive foul. So it just goes from bad to worse for the Fighting Knights. Baez with his second foul. That's the team's 8th. Player control foul. The Pack has outscored Lynn University since halftime, 37-9. Here's pressure on the inbounds, but Kirk gets the inbounds pass from Hicks, releases to Johnson, and he'll bring it up across the timeline. 7:39 remaining, 81-39 Wolfpack. Here's Johnson, left wing going open. Henderson shoots for 3. Got it. Henderson's 3 for 3 this half, his second 3. He's got 10 points. He can be a really good three-point shooter. 84-39 Wolfpack. Here's Baez against Henderson. Henderson, they were contesting a pass right in front of us, sideline left. Both players went down. Henderson commits the foul for State. And that is his 3rd. That'll be the 7th team foul on the Wolfpack. So the 1 and bonus in effect now for Lynn University and Alan Baez, who has played some minutes in this game. The only returning starter for Lynn University had 21 starts last year. He has not scored tonight. And now he has, as he knocks in the free throw. He'll get another one.
Three-quarter pressure, half-court pressure. It really caused some problems for Lynn. They've turned the ball over with regularity here in the second half. They had only 3 turnovers at the break. They now have 11, so they've given it away 8 times.
Second free throw is good by Baez, who started his career at UNC Greensboro and transferred to junior college and had a 36-point game against the University of Central Florida a couple of years ago. Pack by 43, 84-41 with 7:08 to go. Here's Henderson left of the lane. No look pass inside on a bounce to Hicks. Missed the shot. The follow by Hicks won't go. And Quande with a rebound for Lynn University. They get it away to Botley. Long bounce pass left wing to Baez. Drives around Hicks underneath the basket. Clears it in the right-hand corner to Charles Matlock. Matlock back out left wing to Botley. Botley to Baez. Splits two defenders. Tried to get it on the left elbow to Quande. Picked off by Henderson. Long pass down the floor to Johnson. Jams it. One-handed and a foul. Markel Johnson with a jam. That brought the fans to their feet. And he'll go to the line for an and one free throw.
He's explosive, 6'1", but he went well above the rim on that one to throw it down. This is a guy who averaged 31 points last year as a junior in high school. He reclassified like Maverick Rowan and got here a year early. And boy, did he show off some bounce on that one.
Charles Matlock on the foul. He will retreat to the bench. That's the 9th team foul. Free throw by Johnson. Good. He's got the three-point play. 7 points off the bench tonight for Markel Johnson. Henderson will check out now. Spencer Newman comes in for the Pack. He's a shooter. Excellent long-range shooter. 6'3" freshman from the state of Alabama. 87-41. Wolfpack. 6:35 to go. Lynn University with the basketball. Here is Rogers. Rogers against Spencer Newman. Left wing to O'Brien. The big guy hauls off and fires in another three. His third of the game from the left side. Kevin O'Brien shoots the deep ball, and it's 87-44. Wolfpack with the ball in the lead. 6:16 remaining. Shot Kirk sideline left. And as Johnson tried to cut through, he was impeded there by Marquand Botley. And so Botley's whistle for the foul.
Illegal pick on Hicks. Johnson was coming off the on the UCLA cut. He was trying to rub off the cut by Hicks, but Hicks wasn't stationary.
So no foul on Botley. Lynn inbounds. Rogers gets it, drives left of the lane, steps back and shoots a circus shot off the glass and got it. Rogers has got a repertoire of shots, and he's used just about all of them tonight. 87-46, Wolfpack. Stay with the ball, 5:52 to go. Here's Sean Kirk getting a lob inside from Johnson, tips it in the foul.
Dribble handoff by Kirk, and then he sprints off of a back screen right at the top of the key, picked off his man, and then a perfect lob for the lay-in. He drew the contact. Wasn't able to dunk it because there was physical contact going up, but great touch around the rim there by Kirk.
Jamal Palmer with his third foul for Lynn University. Here's Kirk's free throw, and it rattles in. He gets the three-point play. Kirk with 5 points off the bench tonight. 90-46. Pack's got a chance for 100 tonight. Here comes Lynn University. Here's Rogers with it. Top of the key. Rogers hands off to O'Brien. Fakes a shot for three. He's covered up there by Spencer Newman. And clears it out to Rogers. Rogers against Newman. Throws to an open O'Brien. Three ball on the way left wing. Got it again. 6'9", 240-pound Kevin O'Brien drains his fourth three of the game. He's got 12 points.
Those stretch fours, they're always a problem at any level.
90-49 Wolfpack. 5:20 to go. State ball. Here's Johnson driving around Botley. Shoots from just inside the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Rogers. Headman pass to Botley for Lynn. Lynn left wing to O'Brien. Three ball again on the way. This time he missed one. Palmer on the follow-up and in. Jamal Palmer knocks in the stick back. 7 points for him, and it's 90-51. Wolfpack with the ball in the lead. Here's Johnson spinning away from Botley to get it in the front court to Kirk. He'll haul off and fire a quick three. No good. That wasn't the shot that the Pack wanted right there. And the rebound comes to Conde. Conde to Palmer for Lynn. Up sideline right with a basketball. Gets it away to Terrell Rogers. Rogers left-hand dribble against Newman. Splits two defenders. Moves into the paint. Stops now up and under. Tried to put it up. Blocked away by Hicks. Down goes Rogers, and a Wolfpack foul is going to be whistled on forward Darius Hicks of NC State. His second. That'll be the 8th team foul, and we'll send 5'9" Terrell Rogers to the line for two. He leads Lynn University with 14 points. O'Brien has 12. They're the leading scorers. Dennis Smith with 22 for the Pack. Maverick Rowan with 17 for NC State. 4:35 remaining. 90-51 Wolfpack. Here's the free throw by Rogers. It rims in. Monday night, the Pack will wind up its exhibition preseason with a game against Barton College. Airtime 6 o'clock for a 7 o'clock tip-off. Of course, Saturday night, the Wolfpack will be at Carter Finley Stadium facing a ranked opponent for the third time in the last 4 weeks. Number 19, Florida State, will be in the house. Here's the free throw. No good. Rebounded by Hicks. Airtime for Wolfpack football on Saturday. The Matthews Motors countdown to kickoff begins at 5, and kickoff is at 7. 90-52. Second free throw was no good by Rogers. Here's Kirk with a basketball for State. Now away to Johnson. 13 to shoot. Johnson at the point against the Lynn University man-to-man defense. Johnson with 8 to shoot. Johnson shaking and baking. Backs up behind the timeline right wing. Now penetrates into the lane. Gets it away to Kirk. Jump shot in the air. Left wing. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by O'Brien. Midcourt pass to Botley. Here comes Lynn from right to left. Right wing. They get it to Rogers. Splits 2 defenders. Goes to the hole. Leaves it off for a layup. Good by Conde.
Boy, nasty crossover there by Rogers on the perimeter to break down the freshman Markel Johnson. He got in the paint, drew the help, and a nice dish.
90-54. Wolfpack with a ball on the lead. 3:40 remaining in the game. Markel Johnson at the point. Looks like Mark Gottfried ready to clean the bench. Newman with a straight on 3 for State. Got it. We told you this kid could shoot.
Hello, Newman.
Spencer Newman with his first basket. Here comes Rogers the other way for Lynn University against Sean Kirk, who tries to stop him on the dribble drive, reaches in, hacks him on the arm. And we have a timeout at PNC Arena. First foul for Kirk, 9th team foul in the Pack. Timeout, as it looks like the scout team is going to report in for the Wolfpack. 3:24 remaining. Your score, State 93, Lynn University 54. This is Wolfpack basketball on the NC State Wolfpack Sports Network.
This is Mike. Mike's a pretty cool guy. He's got a sweet job, good friends, and he pays for the first round every once in a while. Mike told everyone he'd get him home tonight safe, but now he's starting to do the math. Mike's no math wizard, but he doesn't drink and drive. He's smarter than that. Be like Mike. Find another way home.
Don't drink and drive. You're smarter than that. Find your way home at BeSmarterThanThat.com. Brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program.
With CPI Security's InTouch system, you get complete protection, control, and convenience right at your fingertips. Arm your security system, lock your doors, adjust your thermostat, and access video, all from your mobile device. Wolfpack fans, get a complete InTouch security system installed free, plus a special offer just for you. Call 800-CPI-7191 or visit CPISecurity.com for more information. CPI Security, official security and home automation partner of Wolfpack Sports. Some restrictions apply. Call for details.
NC State, a bigger, stronger team than Lynn, and showing up in some of these stats. Pack overall rebounding leads Lynn 54-33. Second chance points, Pack with the upper hand there, 15-9. Then points in the paint. Boy, NC State has really dominated there, 50-16. A lot of those 50 points in the paint, though, coming on transition baskets here in the second half. The Pack early in the half using a three-quarter press to really speed the pace up, force some turnovers from Lynn. And we got an example of something we talked about in the pregame show. If State can create transition opportunities with its defense, this team can really be good in transition, get some easy baskets off the fast break, and we've seen a lot of that here in the second half. And Pack's going to close in on 100 here tonight, now leading 93-54.
And we got some new faces in the game for the Wolfpack. Spencer Newman stays in. Chris Brickhouse, a 6'5 senior, is in. 6-foot junior Chris Corciani is into the game. Chris Corciani Jr. 6'10 Tucker Thompson, a transfer from Western Carolina, is in for the Wolfpack to join Sean Kirk. Terrell Rogers fouled before the timeout, makes the first free throw. He has 16 points tonight for Lynn University. It makes the score 93-55 Wolfpack with 3:24 to go. Here's the second free throw on the way. Good again. 17 for Rogers. Here's Corciani with a basketball now for the Wolfpack. He's double teamed. Throws it across the timeline to Kirk. Cross-court skip pass to Newman. He'll put it on the deck. Trying to get it to Corciani. Ball knocked away. Corch has got it back. Now to Sean Kirk. Drives left baseline. Jams two-handed. Sean Kirk on the drive and dunk. 95-56, 3:04 remaining. Pack within 5 of 100. Here's Palmer with it left wing. Cross-court skip pass, gets it away to Rogers. He'll put it on the deck, and he's banged into by Chris Corciani Jr. That's a foul on the 6-foot junior out of Ravenscroft High in Raleigh. And that's the 10th team foul. So the automatic bonus, 2 shots in effect now for Terrell Rogers, who could end up with 20 points tonight, some of them in garbage time, but take your points whatever way you can get him. Rogers upset. He missed the free throw.
Well, State's had a tough time keeping him out of the paint tonight, though. He is a low dribbler, very quick off the bounce, and he was able to beat Dennis Smith, Terry Henderson early in the game. Pretty quick.
Motley out, Frazier in for Lynn. Second free throw by Rogers is good. So he's got 18 points, and it's 95-57. They're going to try to double team Corchiani. He's banged into by Palmer. No call. Gets it across the timeline to Kirk. Right corner to Newman for 3. Missed it. Tipped by Brickhouse. Won't go. Rebound is pulled down by Frazier. Headman pass to Palmer. Streaking down the floor. Fast break layup good by Jamal Palmer. 9 points for him. Here's Lynn pressing. Corchiani gets it into Kirk. 95-59 Wolfpack. 2.5 minutes to go. Corchiani stops on the dribble before the timeline. Gets it to Thompson. Back to Corchiani. Left wing for Newman. Shoots a 3. Left side. No good. Palmer with a deep rebound. Running 2-on-2. Headman pass to Frazier. Tried to throw up a spinning circus shot over Corchiani left of the lane. But he was fouled by the aforementioned Chris Corchiani Jr. His second. And that's the 11th team foul on the Wolfpack. That'll put little Jawan Frazier at the line. Smallest guy on the floor at 5'8", 140. And he has 1 field goal tonight. And now a free throw as he makes the first one. There goes Palmer out of the game. And checking in for Lynn University, Morgan Garrison for the first time, a 6'3" junior out of West Orange, New Jersey. Fiu Conde sits down for Lynn University. Here's the little guy, Frazier, second free throw, good. 95-61 Wolfpack. They're pressuring Corchiani on the dribble drive, moves it up the left sideline. He's banged into by Rogers. So Chris Corchiani Jr. with a chance to get a couple of free throws here as the Fighting Knights are over the 10 foul limit, so the automatic bonus in effect. 2 free throws for the son of former Wolfpack great Chris Corchiani goes to the line. Here's the free throw on the way. It's off to the left, no good. Shows you how old I am. Chris Corchiani was a senior my first year here, and now his son is playing for the Wolfpack. Time marches on. Second free throw good. So he got 1 out of 2. His name's in the scorebook, and it's 96-61 Pack. 2:11 left to go. O'Brien back in for Lynn University. They get it to Frazier. Frazier down the lane, bounces inside for a layup that's missed by Wachakwu. And he tried for the stick back and was fouled by Tucker Thompson. So Wachakwu out of Nigeria, 6'10" freshman, who played high school ball in Florida, led his team to a Class 2A title last year, averaging a double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds, is at the line. He missed the free throw. He's still not scored in this game, but he'll get another free throw here with 2:01 remaining. 96-61 Wolfpack. Lynn University's backup center will fire up the second free throw. It's off, no good, but it's rebounded there by Frazier for the Fighting Knights. He gets it away to O'Brien. Now to Frazier. Frazier, long 3, left wing. Wow. Got it. Holy cow.
Rainbow.
8 points for Jawan Frazier, his first 3. Here's pressure. Pack breaks it. Here's Kirk behind the back pass down low to Chris Brickhouse. They scrum for it. Ball pops out. Kirk gets it right of the lane, tries to penetrate and throw up a shot down near the right block. And I think before the shot he was fouled on the drive. Let's see. I think it's going to be on Jawan Frazier trying to rake the ball away. We go for station identification as Sean Kirk goes to the line. Let's pause 10 seconds. This is Wolfpack basketball on the NC State Wolfpack Sports Network.
WRAL-FM HD1 Raleigh.
The variety that makes you feel good.
Sean Kirk hits the first of 2 free throws for State to make the score 97-64 Wolfpack. O'Brien will leave the game now for the Fighting Knights. He leaves with 12 points, all on 3-pointers. And into the game is Darius James to finish it out. Here's Kirk's second free throw. Good. 9 points for Sean Kirk off the bench. 98-64. Pack still got a chance to hit 100 with 1:35 remaining. Here's Frazier with it in the front court. Gives it away to Rogers against Corciani. Rogers shaking and baking. He wants to drive it to the left of the lane. Fires up a runner. Got it, but it won't count. He traveled on the drive. Nice job by Chris Corciani Jr. against Terrell Rogers. It's a turnover for Lynn University. And that is 13 in the game for the Fighting Knights. 98-64 Pack, 1:28 remaining. Brickhouse will inbound to Corciani. Throws it to the timeline at Kirk. He'll dribble it across for State. Kirk with Frazier on him. That's about 6'8" against 5'8". Here's Corciani, left wing to Newman. Starts to drive, but as he caught the ball, he was standing on the sideline in front of the Wolfpack bench. And so that's a turnover. 13 turnovers now for the Pack. 98-64 Wolfpack, 1:14 remaining. If the Pack's going to hit 100 here, they're going to have to make the most of whatever opportunities are left. Here's Frazier behind the arc left wing. On top to James. Shoots a jumper for three. Straight on. No good. Rebounded by Thompson. Headman pass to Corciani. Corciani to Streakings. Kirk, and he jams it. There's your 100. 100-64. Nice lead pass and a jam by Sean Kirk. 11 points for Kirk, and it's 100-64. Here's Frazier the other way for Lynn University. Driving baseline left. Gets around Brickhouse. And Brick tries to recover. Swats at the ball, but gets part of the little guy, Juwan Frazier. And so Brickhouse commits a foul.
Nice.
2 free throws coming up for Frazier.
No look bounce pass by Chris Corciani Jr. Chip off the old block. Beautiful pass there that led to a dunk.
And of course, when his father was here, he set the NCAA career record for assists, which was later broken by Duke's Bobby Hurley. Here's the free throw, up and good by Juwan Frazier. Always like to see former players come by. And Mark Davis, who played for Les Robinson back in the early 90s, had a big game I can remember over at Carolina where he drained a bunch of threes. He came up and said hello at halftime. His son was part of the halftime festivities when they had the little shavers out there. He's got a 5-year-old son.
You're talking about Chris Corciani, Bobby Hurley. Man, what an era for point guards back then. You had John Crotty in Virginia, Kenny Anderson in Georgia Tech. Some superb point guards in the ACC back then.
Frazier makes both free throws. It's 100-66, 44 seconds left. Pack breaks the press. Here's Sean Kirk getting it away to Thompson. Thompson, free throw line, now to Brickhouse. Back outside to Corciani, 20 to shoot. 35 seconds left to go in the game. Stayed up big. Here's Newman to Corciani at the point. Corch will drive to the foul line. Jump pass inside to Brickhouse. He fumbles it, gets it back, 10 to shoot. Tries to dump it down low to Thompson. Ball knocked away. Thompson saves it in bounds, but unfortunately gets it to Wachikwu for Lynn University. Head man to Frazier. Frazier thought he saw a teammate on the right wing, Garrison, but Garrison had penetrated all the way into the corner, so Frazier just threw it away. So the Pack with another possession. 14 seconds left to go in the game. Let's see if they can get Brickhouse a basket. They whip it on the right wing to Newman. Shoots for three, no good. And the deep rebound is deflected out of bounds off Lynn University. Touching it last was Garrison. So with 6.6 seconds remaining, State will have a chance for one more basket. I'd like to see Brickhouse get it. Let's see if they run a play for him. Here's Corciani looking. And holding, gets it away to Kirk. Kirk, top of the key. 4-3. Now to Corciani. Corciani will pull up. He'll shoot for two. Left wing, no good. There's the horn. The ball game's over. And State wins its first of 2 preseason games, 100-66 over the Fighting Knights of Lynn University of Boca Raton, Florida. Pack led by 14 at the break and wins this one handily as Lynn University went ice cold from about the 6-minute mark of the first half all the way just about through the entire second half. We'll have all the stats for you, but at one point, Lynn University, I can remember Howard Bob telling me, was 3 for 32. If you count that stretch from about 6 minutes left to go in the first half through about that time, I think it was about 3/4 of the way through the second half. 3 for 32. You just can't, it's hard to compete when the ball's not going in the basket.
Yeah, they shot 27.9% for the game, 19 out of 68. But NC State turned the game around by changing up the defenses, that matchup zone at the end of the first half and the 3/4 zone press to start the second half. really disrupted things for Lynn. But the Pack also played together on the offensive end of the floor much better after about 7 minutes into the game. Remember, we were talking about the Pack had only 1 assist on the first 9 baskets. Well, NC State finished with 19 assists over its last 28 baskets after that. So the Pack still finished with 20 assists in the ballgame, a lot of it due to transition. But again, we saw it tonight. If NC State can create offense with its defense, force turnovers, force quick shots, rebounds, this is a team that can be really lethal in transition. And they got a lot of easy baskets out of the fast break after halftime.
Pack wins 100-66. Stay tuned next for the postgame show on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
Good teams win at home. The great ones win on the road. Get road court advantage when you drive a new 2017 Ford Escape or Ford Fusion. Smart, innovative technology like available Sync 3 or an available EcoBoost engine helps you drive smarter and raises your performance when you need it most. It's no wonder Ford is America's best-selling brand. On the road. See your Carolina Ford dealer today. America's best-selling brand based on 2015 calendar year sales.
Whatever your taste in sports, you can always count on the great taste of Coke Zero.
Nice shot.
Coke Zero, the official great tasting choice of sports fans everywhere.
Today, technology is changing. Homes are changing.
Turning on alarm.
Lives are changing.
Honey, can you do the laundry after your conference call?
And all those changes take energy. At Duke Energy, we're changing too, giving you new ways to control your power use and stay in the know for smarter energy choices every day. So no matter how things change,